Alright, guys. I have a list, or at least a quote unquote complete list, of Rothschild owned banks. Problem is, there's a couple countries on there I know exist today that are not on there, which means supposedly RIT Capital Partners, among all their subsidiaries and secondaries, owned and operated by the Rothschild dynasty, supposedly do not own those countries, but we all know through subsidiaries, among others, they probably do. And that the countries that we're technically at war with are the ones that are supposedly not on the list, such as North Korea, Iran, any of the major hotspots. I think Syria is in question. So I'm just going to jump right into this because what I did today was because when I post things from Anonymous, it always kind of skips and does a whole bunch of weird things. I went ahead and I brought up a notepad file and I listed everything. So you're going to see everything that is listed on their website under a notepad file, including the sources. So I feel very happy giving you this. So let me go over this for you. Yeah, this took me a while to do. I will definitely put that up there. Basically, it says here's a complete list, or quote unquote, I would put them in quotes, for a complete list of Rothschild owned and operated controlled banks. United entries, or the U.S. entries, might surprise you. So, anyways, we know about all this stuff here and how the bloodline of these guys go back to Osiris and everybody else you can possibly name. Supposedly, they have I forget if this is net or gross, but 500 trillion worth US dollars. The total family, this is all run under RIT Capital Partners, among various others through the family. So I'm not going to read everything to you, but I'm just going to go and name the countries. Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria. Okay, I screwed up on a little bit. Argentina, Armenia, Aruba, Australia, Austria, Azerbaijan, Bahamas, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belarus, Belgium, Belize, Benin, which I've never heard of, Bermuda, Bhutan, Bolivia, Bosnia, Botswana, Brazil, Bulgaria, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cambodia, Cameroon, Canada, Central African Republic, Chad, Chile, China. So it looks like they do own the one in China. It's kind of why I imagine the Chinese are a major player right now. Colombia, Comoros, Congo, Costa Rica, Cote d'Ivoire, Croatia, Cuba, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Dominican Republic, East Caribbean area, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Fiji, Finland, the Gambia, Georgia, Germany, Ghana, Greece, Guatemala, Guinea-Bissau, Ghana, Haiti, Honduras, Hong Kong, Hungary, Iceland, India. Supposedly Iran, but I find that hard to believe. Iraq, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Kenya. This is cited as Korea, but I believe that's South Korea, so they don't quite have North Korea, supposedly. Kazakhstan, Latvia, Lebanon, Lesotho, Libya, Uruguay, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Mako, Macedonia, Madagascar, Malawi, Malaysia, Mali, Malta, Mauritius, Mexico, Moldova, Mongolia, Montenegro, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nepal, Netherlands, both of them, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Niger, Norway, Oman, Pakistan, Papua, Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, Peru, the Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Kenya, Romania, Rwanda, San Marino, Samoa, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Serbia, Seychelles, or whatever the hell that's pronounced, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, Solomon Islands, South Africa, Spain, Sufinen, Swaziland, Switzerland, Tajikistan, Tanzania, Thailand, Togo, Tongo, I apologize, Trinidad, Tanzania, Turkey, Uganda, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, UK, US, Venezuela, Vanuatu, Vietnam, Yemen, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. And as you well know, and it'll say, they also own the Federal Reserve of the United States through the Fed and the IRS. So they own not just a couple banks, but they basically own all the franchised operation deals inside those countries as well. So I wanted to bring this to you as a measure of good faith. I know I kind of screwed up on this, so let me go ahead and fix that. I had no idea that I messed up in that manner. So let me go ahead and fix this real quick. And there we go. It's updated. So anybody that's ever done any work with Notepad using it for internet files, it's kind of a pain. But the reason I decided to do this was because the anonymous sites, for some reason or another, on my computer don't always work. So what I did was I copied the information here, which I just wanted to list anyways, and then I sourced it down here, and I'll put these sources in with what I have. So according to this is the Rothschild Private Banking and Trust Group, listed under RIT Capital Partners among thousands of subsidiaries. These guys are the reasons probably behind 9/11 and everything else, because the people in question were not Rothschild's associates. In other words, the people that own the towers, ladies and gentlemen, wink, wink, nod, nod, were basically trespassers on the Rothschild property. And so instead of shooting them, they blew up the towers because it had been sold privately, and the person who bought it took out the terrorist insurance. So they probably knew well in advance what was going on, and they bought into it and everything else. So this is what really happens behind the scenes. And I put complete list in quotes because we all know it's not. And whether or not they own the bank in North Korea, among others, I don't know. But these guys are pretty much, as you know, the world operators. They have a few handymen like Soros, among others we can probably name. And they're basically the people keeping the Clinton Foundation, among other more, I would say, borderline terrorist-related companies in power and growing. As you well know, Zuckerberg is a Rothschild grandson. He's not just some college kid who made it super big. Sorry, none of that shit really happens. So this is a big deal, folks. Let me show you that list one more time. Not going to read it. I apologize for messing half of it up, but this is it right here. So it's claiming the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank and the IRS as well. So any major country that owns the entire system of operations, not just the bank, and that is it. So Thank you, guys.